Let's learn about the Logitech Pebble M350 with Antoinette. So I just found out, I might be a little late to the party, but you can use a wireless mouse with the iPads. So I have an iPad 10.2 and I just bought the Pebble M350 by Logitech, and I wanted to do a quick video just to kind of share some of the things that I learned the hard way to make it easier for you if you do decide to add a wireless mouse for your iPad productivity. So before I jump into some of the things that I really enjoy about having a wireless mouse for my iPad in general, I wanted to touch on some of the things that I really like about this particular mouse, the Logitech Pebble M350. So the big thing here that I really enjoy is that not only is it Bluetooth, so no wires or cords are needed to connect it to my iPad, but if you also want to use it on your laptop or your MacBook, then there is a USB dongle on the inside where you can actually use this on any Windows or Mac device in order to also have that connectivity there. And this is something that I think is really neat. Of course, there are other mouses out there that have similar features, but for the price point of this one at $29.99, I think that is really awesome, especially since I'm using it more as a nice to have versus something that I absolutely have to have to use my iPad. I picked the pink or dusty pink color because I think with the rose gold, or as they're calling it, gold iPad, it just looks so darn cute. So definitely looking forward to going over some of the key features of the mouse with an iPad in general, and I hope you get something from this video and you enjoy. Thank you. So there's a few things I wanted to share about the Logitech Pebble M350 that I think will be really helpful for anyone who really just wants to make the best use out of their iPad, because it does a ton. So first things first, once you get this, you'll need to set up a couple of things. So you want to go in your settings and then go to accessibility, then head over to touch, and then select Assistive Touch. So you want to make sure this is on. So this is something that will allow you to use the iPad if you're having any issues, but also makes it so that the customization on the mouse is able to be used. So with that, you can select a couple of gestures here, and I wanted to kind of go through that. So you select devices. You should have already connected your Bluetooth mouse by the time you get to this point, but I have. So with that, my Logitech M350 has 3 buttons on it, and so I've assigned a certain task to each one. So the first one here would be a single tap. The second button, this one, would be the home button, and then the third button would pull up your dock. So just to give you an idea of what that looks like, if I select that, my dock comes up. If I hit the third button, then I go to my home screen. So one other thing I wanted to make sure I point out is when you're using Assistive Touch, you do want to disable touch accommodations. If you don't disable the touch accommodations, what will happen is that some of the key features on the keyboard, if you have a wireless keyboard connected, will be disabled. So for example, I had some issues with the O button. So that's something that you want to make sure you turn off. One last thing that I think is worth mentioning is with the new iOS 13, you actually now have the ability to have hot corners. So with the hot corners, you can assign certain tasks to specific sections of your screen. So for example, the bottom left of my screen will take a screenshot. So if I scroll down here and let this dwell or tap it, a screenshot will be taken automatically. So that's something that I think is really helpful, because taking a screenshot on the iPad, if you're using a keyboard, can be a little difficult. But this is one of the other things I really like about having a mouse. So I definitely recommend the Logitech Pebble M350 mouse to anyone who's on the market for that. One thing I will say is if you need more of the touch capabilities, so 3 buttons aren't enough for you, then maybe look into a mouse that has more buttons on it. I've seen some with as many as 5 and 6 and doing a quick search. But that is one thing that you might find helpful. But that is everything I had to cover today about the Logitech Pebble M350. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment, or if you recommend a different mouse, definitely share that as well. I'd love to check it out.